This is the Molenberg. This is a nasty one, this one. You come on it at 90 degrees. It's often either the first or early on in this Tour of Flanders. It's a twisting serpentine type of climb. Quite steep. Gets steeper as it goes through the first bend. And quite rough, this one as well. And Os beginning to suffer. Look at the way that pumping on those pedals on the right-hand side is Tom Bonen. Cancellara showing a bit of strength. Whoa, my word. Straight to the front to force the pace along. Now the other big favourite to be looking at that. Oh, he's put about two bike lengths into everybody already. Cancellara going up the Molenberg, showing he's got the strength. Looks over his shoulder. Who could stay with me, he says, and it's Tom Bonen. Oh, these are two great rivals for the Classics now. They've both won Paris-Roubaix. 40 kilometres still to go, though. Looking so smooth, Fabian Cancellara. He looks just as smooth when he's on the cobbles as he does when he's time trialling, Sean. He's a terrifically stylish rider. A remarkable piece of riding by these two. It just goes to show how good. You've got to say that Fab's been taking most of the turns on the front, but Bonen's now coming through to do an equal amount. I think they know that if they can keep this one up, it's between those two. They're going to have to work exceptionally hard behind to get back on with 54 seconds of a gap. Really difficult now. Are we going to see the Tour of Flanders contested with these two riders now, Sean? Here they go then. This is the just the brick paving now. Now they turn onto the climb proper. Through these massive crowds, they'll swing around to the right here. It gets steeper and steeper and steeper up towards the top. Left-hand turn again, and then climbing out of the sort of urban conurbation here. Cancellara setting the pace on the front at the moment. It doesn't look like there's going to be a big stinging attack at this moment. You never know, though. These two riders just will know each other so well.
And of course, this section here is not the most difficult up through the town. It's a bit further on when you turn up, and it gets quite a bit narrower the road. That is the real section, and you know, Bonen is going to sit in the wheel here. He's not going to do anything try and take the front. His, I think, tactic will be just to try and stay in the wheel of Cancellara to get over this one.
There used to be prizes for the climbs themselves. Used to get preems going over the top of these many years ago, which have got huge action by riders. They don't have that sort of thing anymore, where you're out for money prizes for each climb. Cancellara still setting the pace in the front. Bonen quite happy to follow here. 44 seconds back to our chasing group of riders. They'll be on the lower slopes now. Here they swing right. It's going to get very steep very quickly onto the rougher cobbles, away from the block paving. Now Bonen moves to the right hand side. Cancellara quite happy to let him go there. It gets harder and harder and harder as they go up. The crowd's absolutely manic for this race. They love it here in Flanders. They're still just pacing each other at the moment. Oh, David Miller beginning to suffer on this very steep climb now. Further back, it's Leukemans and Gilbert, who are just pulling away a little bit now from Miller. Standing on the pedals is Tom Bonen, both of them back inside. It's almost incredible to think that riders like yourself, Sean, and these guys, they just sit in the saddle up here. I mean, most people are suffering. If you ever ride this as a leisure rider, you just suffer a million deaths going up here.
It's difficult to get traction, especially on this section, which is really steep. And as we see Cancellara just, you know, turning up the gas here and really trying to put Bonen under pressure.
Oh, and he is as well. That's fabulous. Oh, he just sits in the saddle and turns the pedal. Oh, what class. And Bonen's struggling. Bonen's struggling to hang on. That is super class. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, that is brilliant riding by Fabian Cancellara. He just sat there and turned on the pace, and Bonen, no response at all. He's really suffering. He's having to fight the bike up the hills. Tom Bonen being cheered on by a huge crowd of Flandrians. He is their man, but Cancellara has just ridden away at the moment. How far has he made that gap? Well, it's big enough that the cameras can't see it. Where is Fabian Cancellara? Remember, he's got the skills for descending as well. Oh, look at that. That's a massive gap. He's pulled out, what, 300 meters? 250 metres. That is brilliant, and he's just seen he's got it. He's got a ride to the, he's got a time trial to the end now. He's still got the Bosberg to go. That's it. That is a brilliant move.
And as we see here again, you know, the effort by Cancellara, just, you know, it looks like that he's just taking a pull on the front here, but you know, there's such an acceleration there, but just do not show it because of his style and the power, of course, that he has got.
Working him over a bit is a mild understatement, and now he's got it. Now he's got the bit between his teeth. Tom Boonen knows he's got the world's best time trialist ahead of him, and that he can, that world's best time trialist can go into time trial mode. There's nothing Boonen can do now except get his head down and try and go for it. Oh, there's a familiar pose, isn't it? Hands on the middle of the bars. He might as well have been in a time trial bike. He's got 12 kilometers to go. If he wins this race today, he'll be one of only a few men who've managed to win the opening 3 classics of the season, not all in one year necessarily.
Yes, well, it's such a difficult final, and you know, with the Muir and then the Bosberg, it's you know, a big task. And when you consider all the climbs, you know, in the race, 15 in total.
Under the 1 kilometre to go banner then for Fabian Cancellara. He's still motoring on, but he's easing up a little bit. He knows he's got it in the bag. He's a very happy man. What's he got here? A little angel of some sort, is it? Oh, he's a very happy man. Fabian Cancellara, he attacked on the Molenberg. He shed most of the major rivals there, and then he attacked again on the Muir and just rode away. I can't really tell what that is. Fabulous ride by the Swiss national champion. He's the world time trial champion. He grabs a Swiss flag going over. The first man to win the Tour of Flanders who wasn't a Belgian was Suter, a Swiss man. A great tradition. Kept on by Fabian Cancellara. He's in terrific shape, and who would bet against him for Paris-Roubaix next weekend? Victory goes to Fabian Cancellara, and he is a very happy man indeed. Terrific win, Sean. Brilliant win.
Yes, and
second this year then for former winner of the Tour of Flanders, twice a former winner, Tom Boonen. Well, maybe he can get his revenge next week at Paris-Roubaix, which he's already won 3 times. But that was a hard ride for Boonen. Can't take anything away from Fabian Cancellara or that man there. Clearly in super good form.